What's up guys, Mike here, the Detroit Borg, with a look at the very high-tech Dyson 360 Eye Robot Vacuum Cleaner. Now it's not every day I get a chance to make a video on the newest Dyson product, so I was really excited when they reached out to me to sponsor this video so I could check it out for myself and share it with you guys. Now I'm no stranger to Dyson vacuums. I already have a fleet of them to keep every floor of my house clean, so I was very intrigued when Dyson finally launched the answer to the robotic vacuum. But it's definitely not their cheapest vacuum at $1,000, so let's dive in and find out what the big deal is. Now the vacuum itself is very compact and lightweight. It only weighs about 5.3 pounds, although it is taller than many robot vacuums. But it's not as wide, so it's able to get into corners and around small objects more easily for thorough cleaning. The design is very consistent with other Dyson products with this nickel finish. In this case I have the blue color, but you can also pick this up in a fuchsia color if you want. The front of the vacuum cleaner is where you'll find the reservoir, which pops off by pressing a release button on the top. Now the reservoir design features that cyclone technology, which Dyson is very famous for. Also behind that reservoir is a washable filter which pops in and out for easy maintenance. There is another filter on the back which you can access by sliding the cover up. And if you remove that filter, which is replaceable, you'll get a glimpse of the internal battery. Also powering the vacuum is Dyson's digital motor, which spins at 7800 RPM, which makes it a strong vacuum for its small size. Now unlike other robot vacuums, the brush bar on the underside of the vacuum is full width for edge-to-edge cleaning and is designed to work on carpet and hard flooring. Another very unique feature of this vacuum are the tank tracks, which are designed to maintain traction on multiple surfaces and to easily transition from hard floors to carpets or rugs. It also means the vacuum is very nimble and can pivot and maneuver more precisely to get more close to those edges and barriers. The feature that makes the Dyson really unique is the 360-degree camera system. So the camera takes up to 30 frames per second to scan its surroundings and uses complex mathematics and probability theory to map and navigate a room. This means the vacuum knows where it's going, where it's been, and can keep track of what it still has to clean. Now this does mean that the camera needs light in order to see the room, so you want to open up your windows during the day to do this or turn on the lights. Of course, there are other sensors here in the front that also detect obstacles or drop-offs, so the Dyson can map the edge of a step without falling off. The vacuum also comes with a folding charging dock, which is placed alongside a wall, so it can return to the charging dock when the battery is low. Also included is a large power supply with built-in cable management to keep things really tidy. We also have added flexibility in terms of placing this dock because we have connectors on either side of it. The foot of the dock actually has a set of charging connectors, which aligns with the connectors on the bottom of the vacuum. You'll also notice that there are markings at the corners, which the vacuum uses to align itself to return to dock for charging. Now, it shouldn't come as a surprise that this is also a Wi-Fi connected device, but you can choose not to use that feature if you prefer, but there are many benefits to doing so. Now, to start this, all you need to do is place the Dyson on the charging dock face forward, and you'll see the charging indicator on the power button at the top. So once that's pulsing, you know it's charging. Next up, you'll need to install and launch the Dyson app. And once you do so, you'll be prompted to select the robot vacuum, and the app will walk you through the process of connecting the vacuum to your Wi-Fi network. Now, once you're connected, this gives you remote access to the robot, so you can start, pause, or cancel a cleaning session and return the robot to its home base. Alternatively, you can also schedule cleaning sessions, so you can schedule for specific days or times of day in order to automatically kick this in. So for example, if you want the robot to automatically clean when nobody is home, you can set that up. Under the activity tab, this allows us to check our cleaning reports to see how much area the robot covered. If the vacuum covered everything, you'll probably recognize the floor plan of the area and see where the vacuum didn't quite reach because of obstacles such as furniture. This also reveals how much area was covered by the robot and how much time it took. Under settings, we'll also see our latest software, and we can enable auto update, which will install the latest software. I think this is an important detail since software updates will likely continue to improve performance over time. Now without the app, you can certainly activate the vacuum by pressing the power button. It will back off of its dock and spin around toward the center of the room and begin vacuuming. Now it cleans very differently compared to other robot vacuums, which sort of bounce across the room. This starts at the center and works around a square pattern and kind of cleans the room in sections. But of course, once it hits obstacles, it starts working around them. So that's the great thing about this camera system. It doesn't have to bounce wall to wall to figure out where the barriers are. Now once the vacuum encounters obstacles, it begins exploring the edges of them and swings the brush bar around to get as close as possible to make sure everything is covered. Now you do want to keep your house tidy, so you don't want things laying on the floor which can get caught up in the vacuum, such as cords or clothing. But if your vacuum runs into problems, you'll actually get an alert on your phone to address it. You certainly don't need to start the vacuum from the charging dock. You can take it to any room you want and just press the power button, and it begins cleaning the entire room until it's done or until the battery runs out. And then once it's done, it returns to its starting position. Now for the most part, the vacuum can run for about an hour before it has to return to base to recharge. And since the robot has been mapping the rooms Once fully charged, again, it will automatically resume cleaning until every room it can reach is covered. So this means you may want to close some doors if you want to limit the Dyson to just one area. So ultimately, in the end, this may not be the quickest way of cleaning your floors, but it's definitely the most convenient, and it's one less thing I have to worry about. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this look at the Dyson 360 Eye Robot Vacuum. It's certainly a very interesting piece of technology, and once again, I just want to thank Dyson for sponsoring this video, and if you want to learn more about this vacuum cleaner, I'll leave it linked in the description below so you can check it out. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up to let me know, and I'll see you again in the next one.